Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your forecast for Venus retrograde for March 2017. Now, this works if you have your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in Gemini. Now, remember, this is just a general reading. If you want a more detailed reading, you can always schedule a private session with me at the link below. Okay, now in this video, I'm going to be talking about what does Venus retrograde mean? What is that in the sky? What does that even mean? What happens to us in that moment? And then I'm going to get more specific on your area of life where Venus retrograde is actually trying to make some emphasis in. And then at the end of the reading, I'm going to be giving you a little daily guidance. I'm going to be pulling out a card for you from the Oracle deck of Angels by Doreen Virtue. And maybe you're going to be able to actually gain some insight. The angels might be able to give you some guidance with the card that we get, okay? Awesome, Gemini. So let's get to it. All right, Gemini, so let's start with what does Venus retrograde mean? Venus retrograde is a pretty intense time on the Earth because it's a time when Venus, the planet of love, money, luxury, aesthetics, happiness, relationships, anything that we practically value in our lives, she's the one that rules these things. So during this time when Venus retrograde happens, it's a time where it's a pretty sad time in the earth because we as a human species, we actually survive out of love and brotherhood and compassion for each other. So during this time, we actually have a big reevaluation to do on our values, on what is it that we value in our lives, how is it that we get our money, if we're being fair, and especially has to do a lot to do with relationships. A lot to do with relationships. And it's pretty interesting because just a little quick fact here, Gemini, because I know you love those. In esoteric astrology, which is like the astrology of the soul, it's not the astrology of us, it's the astrology of the soul. In esoteric astrology, the ruler of Gemini is not Mercury, it's actually Venus, which is pretty interesting. You are actually also the Lover's card. So there's a lot of relationship energy about you, Gemini, constantly. And when it goes to the soul level, you are actually ruled by Venus, the planet of love and beauty and relationships. So it's quite amazing to see that this is also going to be something very impactful for you because there's relationship energy all around this situation. Now, Venus retrograde is definitely going to bring a lot of issues to the surface. Venus wants you to reevaluate if you have been following the values that you say that you are. Wants to know if you've been treated fairly, if you've been treating love right. Are you been playing with relationships or is it not? So all these things are going to be reevaluated. And during this reevaluation, we're going to be able to make some pretty good changes in our lives that are going to lead us towards our happiness, towards what makes us actually happy inside. So during this time, we reevaluate what we want out of love, what we want in a relationship, what are your needs in love. And we might be able to reevaluate it to the point of making the next step into our relationship, or it just might be, the realization of maybe it's the end of something. But during this time, specifically for you, Venus is retrograding in your house of friendships and goals and aspirations. So Venus is really emphasizing, first of all, what kind of, what is your community? What kind of friends are you hanging out around? Like, remember that saying that says, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are? That's practically what it is. Who you surround yourself with is going to affect you eventually. So Venus retrograde is telling you, reevaluate your friendships. Reevaluate, the type of friends that you actually want to have around. What is your circle, your network of people? Are they helping you or are they bringing you down? And this goes for any single type of group or community that you're involved with. This is a time where you might be reevaluating friends. Or what is it that you want out of friends? So, or another one that could definitely happen is that a friend from the past comes back into your life. It needs either to actually for you to see how much you've grown, how much you outgrown this relationship, or to actually rekindle the relationship in a way or another. But there is a lot of relationship of like, what is it that you want to be coming across in your community? You know, how is it that you want to be sharing yourself with others? What does friendship really mean to you, Gemini? You know, I recently realized too that friendship is something very important, very, very important in occult and the esoteric sciences, and everything goes back to the brotherhood, to the sisterhood, to treating each other like we're family in a way, you know, and having this friendship energy of basis of like, okay, we can always respect each other, we can always go back to this part of ourselves that respects each other, that we're not trying to manipulate each other, that we're not trying to change each other. Things that could happen once you get into a relationship very easily. So this friendship is something very important for our community and for us how we relate with others. So you could be reevaluating what friendship means to you. But the number one thing that definitely is happening as well is that you're reevaluating your dreams and your aspirations. What is it that you want out of the world? Like what is it that you want to bring to the world? This is your house of aspirations, your house of dreams. And not only do you have Venus here, but you have Mercury, your planet, since the 13th, also going in it. And by the end, it's going to go retrograde. So it's also going to go back into Aries. So there's a lot of reevaluation on your dreams. And then the Sun is having a great time in your career sector at the beginning of the month. You're shining in your career. You're doing really good career-wise. And then by the 20th, you're going to go into your friends and you're going to be feeling like, okay, now I'm understanding what I want out of my friends, how to feel with my friends. You know, you could be having a little bit of social, you know, antisocialness. You could be going through somewhat of like, you don't know how to relate with others or like how to connect with others. So you're reevaluating all these things and your dreams as well. And by the 28th, because we have a new moon on the 28th, you're going to be able to actually plant the seed of a new intention when it comes to your friends and when it comes to your networks and when it comes to your friendships and your dreams and aspirations. So during this time, also, it's a great time to kind of go back, Gemini, to 2009, because that was the last time that Venus was in Aries. Go back and see what were you doing in 2009? What were you thinking about? What was those life-changing decisions that you were thinking of, you know? Maybe you were making a life-changing decision about your dreams and aspirations. What is it that you want to bring to the world, you know? Or friends, you could have been having some sort of issue with friendships. So definitely go back to that time because Venus is right now in 2017 kind of reevaluating like, okay, what have you done? I want to see from 2009 that I left you, that I planted this seed in you. How have you nurtured it through the time? Okay, so by the end of the month, you're going to be feeling really good. And by the end of the month, you're going to be feeling like, okay, I know what I want to belong to. I know what kind of people I want around me. I know how important it is. And I'm also, you know, very stirred and strong in what my dreams and aspirations are in this world. Like, what is it that I'm looking for myself? So that's going to be fantastic. Especially because we have Jupiter. And, you know, you have all this energy about friendships and dreams and aspirations, and then you have a lot of relationship energy happening for you too, Gemini. Okay, there's major relationship lessons that you're learning this year. Okay, you have Jupiter in the 5th house with your creativity, with your romance, with your children. So there's definitely an expansion of romance. There's definitely an expansion of wanting to fall in love, wanting to bring your child into the surface or your inner child to come out and play. And then you have the really serious Saturn sitting in your house of commitments and relationships and saying, well, yes, fall in love, be in the romantic relationship, but you're going to make this into something legit. You're going to make this into something outlasting, long-lasting, that is going to be beautiful for you. You know, work for this commitment. So this Venus retrograde could be a heavy one for you, Gemini. Definitely the realization of relationships and what is it that you really want in relationships, and how your friendship energy comes into relationships, how all of that ties up together to try to have some balance with one-on-one situations, you know. So there's definitely a strong energy that comes here from relationships, Gemini. But by the end of the month, you're really going to have a lot of clarity on what is it that you want out of love, how is it that you want to go about it, and you know, don't make any major life-changing decisions of relationships until the end of Venus retrograde for sure, because you don't have all the facts. You don't have all the facts to actually make some sort of commitment. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to get a card, an oracle card for Gemini for Venus retrograde for March 2017. What is its message? Oh, wow. Okay, so I got the card, the ocean. And what this says is, the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into the healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. So, this card is a water card. It's ocean. It's emotion, Gemini. There's a lot of emotions going on for you this month. A lot of emotions. And because of that, there's a lot of purgings. A lot of, you know, tears are water. So there's a lot of purging. There's a lot of you know, when the tears come out in a way or another, it's like some sort of metaphor to heal yourself, because water is also the healing mother. So you know, it's saying go to the ocean, hydrate yourself. Definitely, you might be very dehydrated this month, and hydrate yourself more and be close to the ocean. The ocean's going to heal you. Meditate on the water energy, because water, what is going crazy about you right now, Gemini, and what could definitely destroy this whole situation with dreams and aspirations for you, is your emotional state. And we all know that you know, sometimes you can be a little bit neurotic, and this anxieties can get so hyped up in you that your emotional state gets out of whack. And when it gets out of whack, you become unhealthy, and then you can't do anything. You can't go to work, you can't do anything. You don't have your mind straight. So this emotional healing is crucial for you to just live a normal, peaceful life. Okay? So heal yourself. Ocean, water, you know, meditate on water, meditate on the elements, call upon the water energy to try to heal you even more. Now, sometimes I like to wake up and imagine myself, like my aura, a certain color that I want to wear for the day, according to a chakra or according to an element. So do that. Use the visualization. Visualization is very strong. Very strong for manifesting a reality that you kind of want. So heal yourself. Try to find balance in your emotions, Gemini. Try to, you know, breathe a lot this month. Don't let your anxieties get to you. And, you know, and meditate more on your dreams and your aspirations. At the end of the day, that is the whole thing, you know. If you figure your things out, if you figure what is it that your dreams and your aspirations really are all about, then you'll be able to know where to place the whole situation with love, the whole situation with anything else. But specifically with love, because I see a lot of that, a lot of relationship energy here for you. Okay, Gemini, thank you so much for letting me do your reading today for Venus retrograde for March 2017. I will be coming back with more videos. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And please, let me know how this Venus retrograde is going for you. I would love to hear some comments about your experiences of these crazy energies this month, okay? Thank you so much, Gemini, and I'll be seeing you soon.